And what I'm also going to do is just trim these annoying hairs here. By using the right bracket key, it will select all the connected polygons to the ones I just selected. I want to do that again for the anchor plugin, which I won't really have time to show today, but to make sure that the geometry of the object, each hair has 6 segments only. Now before, I scaled everything by a factor of 4 to make the head just something easier to judge the length of the hair by. And now I need to scale everything back to how it should be. Modify menu, size, numeric. Now it will be back in relation to the original object, 0.25. Okay, I have a blank object in the place where I pretty much know I want the hair to be in that final scene. I'll export the object back into layout. And I have the active layers are all the layers containing the hair. The head's already in that scene. Okay. Doesn't work 100% perfect. Haven't figured out why yet. But I need to just move the hair up in the y-axis. Now here is another little part if you want to fine-tune your settings. Sometimes the hair does not look great directly on the object 100% in relation. Sometimes you want to size it just a little bit bigger or place it a little bit above the head. It just depends on the effect. This one actually works pretty well straight on the head. And he's got a small bald spot in the front. Not going to worry about that. And keyframe it with enter and enter. Now hair in the real world has some interesting characteristics that Lightwave can't really simulate. The way hair has a sheen on it, for instance, is not in the algorithm for Lightwave. But you can get close. For some reason, black hair seems to work the best to get even something that resembles a true sheen. I'm still working with the blonde hair here. And it's a real straightforward setting. Just select a color. Specular doesn't seem to affect it too much as long as you have some. Glossiness of medium. This has a bump map in it. Some fractal bumps. Texture size is really small, except in the y-axis. This way the bumps are long wise and they kind of follow the hair. Having a bump map on a 2-point polygon is kind of strange if you start to think about it, but the way Lightwave calculates things is a bump is needed in order to create any kind of sheen at all or a hot spot. When I render this, it still doesn't look like a whole heck of a lot, but I hit F9 here. We'll get a rather convincing Muppet yarn hair effect. A few other settings that are useful in the layout program. In the objects requester, for the hair object, there is a particle and line size. Automatic, not really sure what it determines, but it seems to always set it to medium. I don't know if that really has to do with distance or not. Small will make the lines a lot thinner. It's pretty desirable for most effects with hair, but you do need more hair. Hair, being 2-point polygons, cannot cast ray trace shadows, but they can intersect what's called a shadow map. And here you do see that there is a shadow cast on the face. And that is set up in the lights panel. We have all the controls over the lights. And my key light here has a shadow map attached to it. The default size is about 512, but if you want to get close-ups of the hair, you want it to cast shadows on itself so it looks like it has some depth, you might want to crank this up to another multiple that computers like, 1024. The trade-off is it takes longer to render that. Actually, it's quicker than ray tracing, but it's more memory intensive. Okay, I think that'll do it. Thank you.